So for this project, you will need medium weight yarn. This is just a size 4 medium weight yarn that you can find anywhere. You'll also need a size H crochet hook, a little yarn needle, and a pair of scissors. Also, I like to have a couple pieces of scrap yarn, just little pieces that you probably have laying around if you are a crocheter. Or you can just cut a couple here because I use them as little stitch markers for marking the tops of our little light bulbs so that we know where to connect them once we are ready to connect them all with our string. So you're going to need as many colors as you want to make all of the bulbs that you want. So my bulb today that I'm going to demonstrate is going to be green, but I also have some red and white already made so that when I'm ready to make my little garland, they're all finished. So I'll show you how to make one, and then you're going to make as many as you want to make your garland as long as you want. So to start out, we're going to make a little magic circle. What am I making again? Okay, so we're looping the yarn around the back of our hand and front of our hand. So we've got an X here, 2 lines here, and we're going to grab the first string, bring it on through, grab it again, and lock it. Now I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to be working in my magic circle here, making a couple of stitches. Are you ready? So first we're going to do a single crochet. Next is a half double crochet. Now we're going to do 2 double crochets. Here's a 1 and a 2. Now we're doing another half a double and a single. Now another half double, a double, and a half double. That is all for this first row. Now I'm going to pull my magic circle partially closed, and then I'm going to slip stitch into this the very first single crochet that we made. And then I will pull my magic circle the rest of the way closed. I just find it's easier to slip stitch if my circle's not all the way closed already. All right, now for this second row, I'm going to be crocheting on top of this string to cover it up so that I can chop it at the end. And yeah, so let's get started on this row. So we're going to chain 1. We're going to do 2 single crochets in that stitch that we just slip stitched into. So our very first one, so 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet. In the next one, we're also going to do 2 single crochets. So there's a 1 and there's a 2. In the next one, I'm going to do a half double crochet and a double crochet. So here's a half a double and a double. Oh dear, my yarn is splitting, or I'm catching something. There we go, okay. And a double. In the next one, I'm going to do a double and a half double. So there's double and half double. Now, before I go any further, I want to take a look at those last 4 stitches I just made. So it should be half double, 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 half double. And I'm going to mark these 2 doubles in the middle because that's where I'm going to be connecting all of my lights to my garland. And it's just going to be easier if they're all marked. It's just easier to catch them up and just pick them up and catch them and just go along with the garland. So there we go. I did not mean to grab the same color marker as whatchamacallit, but anywho, okay. So now we've just done half double, 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 half double, and those 2 doubles are marked. Let's continue on. In the next one, I'm going to do 2 single crochets. There's 1 and 2. In the next one, 2 single crochets. 1, 2, and in the next one, 2 single crochets. In this next one here, I'm going to do half double crochet, and half double crochet, all in that same stitch. So here's half double crochet, double crochet, and half double crochet. And then in this very last one, I'm going to do 2 single crochets. There's 1. And 2. Now you can either slip stitch into this first little single crochet that we made, or I will show you a beautiful invisible little attachment here. So pull this little loop out, your last loop, and we're going to thread our yarn needle with it. Now in that little stitch that we would have made our slip stitch into, let me make sure I've got the right one. There's the chain and the little single crochet. Okay, now you're going to, instead of slip stitching into it, you can put your needle right through it. So you're grabbing that little bit there, and then we're going to run down into that last stitch that we just made. And it makes this beautiful little loop, like you can't even tell where it starts and ends, right? It just keeps on going. So then I like to also take this yarn and run it through that little bump behind the first single crochet, and then run it under a couple of just through the bottom of a couple of the stitches, just to secure it, and then we can snip it and snip the yarn that was our magic circles starting string. There we go. So now we've got a little light bulb made, and we've got our 2 double crochets marked off. There we go. And now you just make as many bulbs as you want to make your little chain as long as you want, or your light string rather. And I'm going to put aside my green because I don't need it anymore. We're just going to need whatever color you are using to create your light string. So I have all of my cute little bulbs here. I made red and green and white. Just some typical pretty Christmas colors. And so now we're going to attach them all to make a cute little light string. So to start out, you're going to make your little slip knot. And then we're going to chain 30. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, uh-oh. I got something going on with splitting yarn today, y'all. I just don't know. I think that was 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. And now you want to grab the first light, so whatever color you want on your little string first. I'm going to grab a red one, and I'm going to pull this little yarn out because I see the stitch that I'm going into. It's going to be that one right there. So I'm going to put 2 double crochets in it and 2 double crochets in the next one. So here's 1, 2, and then in the next one, 1, 2. There we go. We've got one little light attached. Now we're going to chain 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then we'll grab the next light that we want to connect. I'm going to go with a white one. And same thing now, we're going to do 2 double crochets in that first little marked double crochet. 1, 2, and then 2 in the next one. 1, 2. There we go. Now we've got 2 connected. And now you're just going to continue that for however many lights you have and for however long you want your little light garland. So you're just going to be putting 2 double crochets. Well, you're going to chain 20 and then put 2 double crochets in each one of those marked double crochets. And then chain 20 and then put 2 little double crochets into each one of your marked double crochets and then continue on. And then once you've put your last bulb on, you're going to chain 30. I just like to have the extra little bit at the end because you never know where you're going to be tying it or hanging it or connecting it, but of course you could make it longer than 30 if you wanted to. But that is all. So I will meet you back here when I have attached my last bulb. All right, and I'm ready to attach my very last little light bulb to my light string. So I've got 1 double crochet. Here's 2 double crochet, and then the next one, 1 double crochet and 2 double crochet, and now I'm going to chain 30 to finish it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh la 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 la, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 28, 29, 30. And now we can snip this off, kind of pull it, tug it a little bit tight. You can tie a knot in the end if you like, but my chains don't usually fall apart, so I think we're good. But we're all finished. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness, this would look cute just about anywhere. Here we go, our little Christmas light garland.